Hello, this is a tutorial on how I make masks for FirePro. The first thing you're gonna need is Blender. Um, you can get it at blender.org. It's free. Everything that I'm gonna use here is free. I'm putting this drive folder in the description. Here, this is the blend file that you're gonna need to download, and the rest of these are gonna be useful but not necessary. I'll explain more on them later. I'm recording this after my process because I recorded that with no audio. So yeah, when you open the file, you're gonna see this, or at least I hope you do. But yeah, this is like I'm putting this just basic mask, just like just putting some guides for the eyes, the nose, and the mouth, and oh yeah, I have a thing here so you can see what I'm doing. You're not gonna need to know too much about Blender. Just basically how to move around a little. So if I click with the mouse button thing, I forgot what it's called, the middle thing. If you click and drag, that's how you're gonna move. With 1 you get in front, 3 you get on the side, 7 you get on top, and if you do like 1 and 9, it gives you the opposite side, or 3 and 9 gives you the other side, 7, 9 gives you the bottom. And if you hold shift and press, you can move you can move better. If you scroll, you can zoom in and out. But yeah. Here you only see a mask, but but there's a whole sheet. So every angle is already here, and don't move around too much. Just stay with this one. So the important thing you're gonna need is texture paint. So when you go on texture paint, you can basically just draw around. Right now I have a mouse, but when I usually use a drawing tablet, but you can just do well with a mouse. So texture paint is here on top. So return to layout, and as you see, every mask now has the thing we drew on. But we're just gonna focus with this. Okay, so I just needed to explain this, and I'm gonna leave you all with the video, with the process, and I'm gonna talk on top of it to explain myself some things. Okay, here you can see that I start with a more messy base texture, so which is more what I did for Galeano del Mar. And as you see on the left, I put the solar mask that I, for reference, which is the mask that I'm making. I don't usually have the reference there. If you want to have it there, just drag it onto that site. But I usually just go back and forth between the picture and Blender, or maybe on my phone. If it's too difficult, I put it on my phone. But I mean, if it's too difficult, I put it there. But I usually just don't have it there. I put it there for the purpose of this video. As you see, I'm starting with the holes. Getting the eyes, the nose, the mouth. Just I use bright colors because it's easier to notice them, like to separate between colors. So I'm not gonna do anything that's color accurate here. I'm just gonna do colors that I can see well. And here I'm doing black just basically to clean it up around those edges. Here I'm going for a second color because I'm gonna start doing something different. So I'm going for that DI. Now with this main piece, the big sun on top, I'm just gonna do the outline. I'm not actually gonna fill it in. You see, like the top of the mask is like on a different part on the left. You usually have to be careful with the edges, just because we're gonna edit this like elsewhere to separate the layers and everything. So just it can be a little messy, but be careful with those edges, so it lines up. There you see I'm going on image, and it needs to be the right image, save as, and I'll put it on on the folder I like where it goes. So I'll just usually save it with like the name of the wrestler and UV. Okay, here I'm using Corrida, which is a drawing program. You can use whatever you like, and I put the texture we made, and I put the grid, the UV grid that I left on the drive. There's a plane going by. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start filling in the texture, but cleaner and separate layer. But so each part gets its own layer. And at first I fucked up, but because I didn't do another layer. But yeah, just put in another layer. Watch out for the seams. Now I'm cleaning up I'm doing the holes on its own layer. Then the eyes and everything on its own layer. I export every layer separately. So I usually name them like M1, M2, M3, just so I can be more just to have them everything in sequence. And back in Blender here, gonna go up to layout, drag the textures we made, then 1 and 2 and 3 and 5 and everything. So yeah, search for it there. Then there we're gonna move slots. You're gonna go here, render, and render image. But I cut away so it wouldn't crash. We're gonna do this with everyone, with each one. I'm recording this after something I should have explained better. You see how the mask mirrors? Like you paint something on one side and it also does on the other one. Yeah, this is why there's 2 slots here. So basically you have a slot 1 is the right side and slot 2 is the left side. So for example, this is Latigo, and I made his eyes, well, the design part, like I did them separately, so now I can just like pop in only the right here and only the left here. So back in Krita, I opened my full must be part, which I now realize I should put in the drive folder, and we're gonna drag in all the images we rendered. And for the holes, the nose and the mouth on the side angles, I usually have to adjust manually. Just the eyes I usually move back like 2 3 pixels. I just do a new layer, fully color it, just hit backspace and it colors, and that image we rendered, I set the blending mode to erase, and I join the layers with Ctrl E. So now I duplicate the mask and set that layer again to erase. The eye part, or that little part, I also have to end up moving so it doesn't look weird with the holes. And once you have everything done, we're gonna make a head. For Solar, I'm just using Red Shoes head, but sometimes I Frankenstein them a little. And as you see, the eyes don't match. The eyes, the nose, sometimes the mouth. So I'm just manually moving everything. Okay, so once I have everything in place, the holes, like the holes we made for the mask, I give them a little stroke, two or three stroke in the center, and I basically do what we did with the mask. So I set the holes with the stroke to erase, and yeah, get those those parts. And I put the Super Strong's machine neck every time, just so I don't have to go around cutting necks. And I manually clean it a little for like if something sticks out a little of the mask. So I don't always do a shadow, but I did it for this one. Basically, you're gonna set your base mask down to fully black, blur it a little. I forgot how much I blurred it here, but just blur it. Lock the alpha, which I don't know how to explain that. Basically, just it doesn't go on anything transparent. It just stays on like the on whatever isn't transparent, and lower the opacity a little.